In this Google Sites tutorial, you are going to learn how to clean up your sidebar and or add a page for additional navigation. So the first thing that I'm going to do is show you that in order to change anything on the sidebar, we have to go to the little gear icon, and in the gear icon we see Edit Site Layout. That gives us the ability to change the side. So if I click on Edit Site Layout, now if I hover over any of the sidebar, you can see how a little X comes up for the navigation or Edit Sidebar Item. So if I just hover over any of these light green boxes and click on them, that's how I can edit them. So if I had this Google Site template and I didn't want some of these things on the sidebar, I can click on the sidebar item, and then I can go in and say, oh, photos, that's not a page that I want, so I'm going to delete it. Parent survey, that's not a page that I want, so I can delete it. And then if I just click OK, you can see that it will clean up over here on the side once I click close. And now you can see that those links are gone. But sometimes you have something that you want to add. So let's say that I'm going to be creating a digital citizenship page under student links. So there's a couple things that you might want to do for this. I could click on student links, and under student links I could create a digital citizenship page just off of this, so it wouldn't necessarily have to be in the left sidebar. So I'm going to show you both things. So let's say that I wanted to, above reading, create a digital citizenship place for students to go. So I click on the little pencil to edit my Google site, and then by the word reading, I'll just click enter a few times and come up and write digital citizenship resources. Now, I could just link digital citizenship resources below, or I could create an entire new page called digital citizenship resources. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do is highlight the words and copy them. So Control C on my keyboard, or right click copy using the mouse. The next thing I'm going to do is go up into this little link, this little chain link. And in the chain link, one of the options is to create a new page. Now there are a couple different ways to create a new page, so I'm just showing you sort of a shortcut on this page. So I'm going to create a new page, and I'm going to then paste digital citizenship resources. You could rename it anything that you want. This is where you can decide whether you want it to be a sub page of student links, which just means that there will be sort of a cookie crumb trail at the top that will get them back to student links. And then I can just click Create Page. It will then ask, is this the page that you want to create? Yes, and that's just okay. So now if I click on the Save button up in the top right-hand corner, you'll see that the words Digital Citizenship Resources have been underlined, and if I hover over them and click on it, it creates a new page called Digital Citizenship Resources. Now, if you can remember, on that page I said, how did it be a sub-page under Student Links? So you can see there's a little cookie crumb trail that would get me back to the Student Links page. Of course, I could always click over here. So then when I'm on the Digital Citizenship Resources, I can edit the page and I could start making some links. So digital passport, login for students. I actually have that page up right now. Right click and copy, or Control C to copy this address. I would go back to my page that I'm editing, and if I wanted these words to be hyperlinked, highlight, link, and then this is to a web address. Paste. If it's going to an external site, I usually open this link in a new window, click OK, and save. So now I've created a hyperlink on my new page. Now if I wanted this page, Digital Citizenship Resources, to be a part of my student links on the left-hand side, I can do that. So I would go to the gear again, and I would go to Edit Site Layout. And after I click on Edit Site Layout, I could click on the little Student Link sidebar item, and it's saying, do I want to add a page or add a URL? Well, I just created this page called Digital Citizenship Resources, so I want to add that. And it looks through all the pages that I have. If I don't see it, it means it's a subpage of student links. So I click on this. Oh, here it is, Digital Citizenship Resources. Click OK. So now it's going to be a link on the left-hand side, and I can reorganize it by using the little drop-down menu, the little arrows here, and click OK. And then you will see it appear on the left-hand side, and then I can click Close. So now that is added on the other side. There is another way to add a page, and the way to add a page without going in and creating the link this way is just by clicking this little button up here, this New Page button. And if I click on the new page, I get to that same exact place where I get to then maybe name my page. That would be Science Resources. And just keep absolutely everything the same unless you want this to go underneath student links, kind of like that little hyperlink cookie crumb trail. And then click Create. Now in this case, it's going to create the link. It's going to open the page in the edit mode so that you could start working. But again, over here on the left-hand side, you would have to put the link if you wanted it to be here, because it doesn't know where to find this Science Resources page. So I would go to the gear, edit site layout. I would click on my sidebar navigation, and I could add that page to this side. The other thing that I would want to do is maybe on my student links page, make a link to the Science Resources. Since we created it through this new page button, there isn't a link anywhere on here for that Science Resources. So I would have to edit the page, say that here's my Science Resources. And if I wanted this word Science Resources to go to that other page I'd created, I then have to go to the hyperlink button and find my Science Resources, which I decided to put under Student Links. Click OK, and then click Save, and now I have a place where that link goes to that page. So there are a variety of ways that you can make different pages by either typing the words and then editing them like we did the digital citizenship resources, or creating the page and then coming back to link it.